Hello, guys. It's me, RF, and today I'm gonna do my first tutorial pick. Also, do not mind that one. Hmm. So, here's what you want to do if you're gonna draw the head. Come on. Sorry, there's something on my screen. Anyways, so you're gonna draw the head. You can either do this shape right here. which gives you who which in my opinion gives you like a more manly look. Look. or or you can and do like this, which in my opinion looks makes it look feminine. And why? Because in anime I mostly see like mostly seen in men with like score more flat with a more flat face, more square. Meanwhile, I see women in anime as like more more pointed. It is- so now you're done. Now you want to start art. Now you want to start art using doing in the hair. For now, I'll create another face is to do a male all all tutorial. Now you might want to give your or character a nose. You can either go with this, this, or this. For this one though, I'll go with this. Yes. This. And for or the female, I'll go with this. Oh, minor technique. Okay. I'll go with this. Sometimes you can go with this, but I'm gonna go with this. Alright? Now the eyes. Eyes. The eyes matter because sometimes they can depict whether or not if it's a girl or boy. For for the girl, I'll do this shape. There are many shapes that you can do. Like you can do this, which doesn't have a which doesn't you can do this. Yes, you can do this. You can do you can do ooh, this, and you can do this. Yes. As you can see, we're doing this shape. A- Now you might want to add the eyebrows. It doesn't it doesn't matter on what shape you do. It's just that if it fits your character, since the eyelashes also fits the character. Uh, hmm. Now, if you want, you can copy and paste. You can copy and paste this to the other side, like I would. Oh, sometimes you might want to be careful of the cut button though. But the cut button is basically just as a better, a much more versatile version of the copy button. But if but if the face doesn't line up if the face doesn't line up with the head, then you can and use the crop button to will either lower it or make it higher. Lower it, raise it or turn it or put it on. The expression also the expression also defines a character. For this one, I'll use a pouty face. Now let's go back to male. For the males, in my opinion, they don't really need eyebrows, eyelashes to support their gender because they're just technically males. And for this one, I'll use I use a trapezoid shape. There are also there are also variations there are also more variations such as this. Hmm. So I'm using this one right here. Or For this one, I think it looks perfect. So let's try to give this guy a grin. Now, sometimes you might want to add these in order to define the personality. And they always work. As you can, and as you can, well, see the expression of the character. Now, let's add eyes. Eyes. The size and the shape of the eyes matter. For this one, nah, I'll use the rectangle eyes from Vader Zim. Sometimes you can have your people take all sorts of sort of shapes. You can like add you can like an you can like do this. Yes. You can do this. Yes. You can do this. Can do this. Actually, that doesn't look weird. You can do this. Basically, if it fits your character, then let it be any shape. Any shape you want. Each shape. So for this one, I'll be using this. Now, if you're having trouble trying to like draw the other people, then you can copy and paste the other. Now, now the size of the eyes, they can determine the sanity or the personality. For example, if I make this eye smaller, then I'm making her look like I see he's angry. If I turn this into a smile, then I'll make. Oh, hold on. If I turn. Hmm. Anyways, if I turn this into a smile, oh, you get what I mean. It looks like she's sadistic, but for this one, I'll make her look like she's angry. Eh. Now, you might want to add freckles. For this, you might have to up your size a bit. Yeah, I just added a mole. Sometimes it makes your character look cuter. Now, let's go back over to the mail. What eyes shall we use? Hmm. How about the circular ones? Hmm. Hmm. Sometimes you might want to add glasses. It's okay to add glasses to your character as long as they fit. But some, but if your character has short hair, then you might want to add ears. Ears. You, it can be curved, which I kind of don't like, because I can't draw a curved one, or it can be squared, which I like the idea of Indus having square ears. Shout out to Episode Erased, by the way, best show. Episode Erased, by the You can also, if your character has ears, then you can also add earrings. For this, is you might need. You can also add earrings. I Yeah, you can say that I'm a little bit too lazy to draw the ears. So for this one, I'll just. Hmm. All right. Hey, That's actually pretty good. Hmm. And that's a little bit too small. Hey, that's pretty good. All right. Now that you're done on drawing the main parts of the face, now it's time. him to draw some. If you want, you can add this, but you don't have to. Now it's time to add skin color. No, not skin color. Not yet. Let's add the hair. Here. For this one, I'll choose a spiky style of hair. And good, I still have more battery left. I don't want this camera to shut off. Hmm. Sometimes you might have to get rid of parts of the hair in order to make more room. Hair is kind of hard to draw. Huh. But now let's go to the other one. For this one, no, we'll do good. Nothing's changed. For this one, we'll do a more round on type of hairstyle. More round and straight kind of hairstyle. Now that we're done drawing the hair, let's draw this. Let's draw the skin. For this one, I'll use a peach skin. Sometimes they might get in the way of your eyes, so it's best to draw. It's best to filter out the eyes. And I'll show you another method. Now, if your eyes look like this, were tiny, sometimes you might need to fill out the gaps in order for it to work. Now let's go back to the other one. Now let's use a darker skin tone. Here's another way on how you can and stop the skin color from getting to your eyes. You can add an extra layer and draw a line right here. It stops. It stops the color. It stops the skin color from invading in invading the other. See? It's like a pipe. No, not a pipe. A clog. Oh, and it's important to color the ears as well. They're part of the body, after all. Sometimes you can see these little gaps in between, and that's an easy problem you can fix. X. See it working? If there are gaps, if there are gaps in between, then the best choice to do is to hold on. All right. Oh no. Let's do add I guess earlier. There, see? There are white gaps here. Now there isn't. Sometimes you may experience these, and that's okay, because you can fix these easily. All right. Now that that's all said and done, it's time to do the hair color. We don't want a neon green as. Oh, sometimes it's important to fill out all. Is to close out all the holes. Now we don't want a neon green, as it can hurt our eyes. Eyes, eyes if we stare at it too long. So the best thing to do is to tone it down a little. Sometimes, oh, sometimes even add a little. Sometimes even doing this. Yes. Yes. Now the important thing for your character is variety and color their hair. If the hair is close to this color, it means they're either old or or their parents have white hair. White anime hair. If they're closer to this color, then they're either young or their parents just have green hair. Yeah. Sometimes, if you want, you can change the hair, change the eye color to that of the hair, or if you want, you can also. Hold on, there's a problem. There's a problem. Or if you want, you can change it to another color. Sometimes neon colors are accepted, but I recommend you using like other colors. There's So I'll be using sky blue for that one. Sometimes you might encounter this problem. The best way to counteract is by choosing the same color and then choosing another color and then boom. Boom. Our first character is done. Now we have this character. Right. So we still haven't and our skin color done on our eye color. So for our eye color, let's go with brown. See this problem? It's happening again. So, like I said, best way to counteract the problem is by counteracting is by taking over. Now let's color the hair brown. See these gaps? They're the result of a point. So, so again, and you want again, you want to put a layer or below the other layer, and then start filling in the white spaces. Boom. Oh, and you might also want to color the accessories. For this one, we're gonna try and achieve a golden in color. Amber is recommended as it's the closest to that of golden yellow. It's also important to add white to the teeth. White to the teeth. All right. Now that you're done drawing the head, it's time to draw the body. At first, you wanna draw the shoes, like what style all those shoes. For them, I'll be drawing this style. Hmm. Now you can either go with shorts or pants. But I'm gonna go with pants. To me, the best legs are always the skinny legs for the men. Of course, if you want to draw fat man, then you can draw it wider. But personally, I would like to draw it more straightforward. Sometimes you can draw a jacket, but for me, I'll just draw a shirt. Now I would usually add a pose, but for this I would usually add a pose, but it's not technically an art piece. It's a tutorial. So I'm just gonna draw what the default or what characters do when they're in their default model T pose. Now sometimes it's hard to draw the hands. So try to visualize what the hands would look like. Now you can either now you can either do this or this. For men, I usually do this, so yeah. Now the neck. It's always important to add the collarbone. And you place your head right here. But, and you actually, no, not place, you draw here. Draw here. Now let's move on to the female side of things. I mean, feminine side of things. So for this one, hold on. I usually prefer shorts over. I usually prefer shorts, or or sometimes. Actually, no, you can do both, but sometimes you can do shorts or you can do pants. All right, so hold on. Sometimes you can do that as well. Women, and would usually have more curves than men. And if you want, you can have your woman to be flat. In fact, have like some. I already have some of my women flat adjusted or flat. You know what I mean, like flat as a board. But for this example, I'll just use the usual formula. All right, let's right. This- Adding a layer really helps you. Really helps you do your art. Hold on. Sometimes it's really frustrating. All right. I'ma just. All right. Copy, paste, boop, beep, boop, pop, boop. All right. Perfect. Now, don't do this. It's gonna it's sometimes it can end in many mistakes. All right. Now, sometimes I like to add like like a short or shirt. Now, again, if you want, you can make your character flat, but I prefer like a round, like him round, I guess. All right. Again, also you can make him as big as you want, but you can make it long sleeve, short sleeve. You know, I mean. All right. So if it doesn't line up, then tilt. You can use this option to tilt the hand until it lines up. Sometimes it can lead to like oh, the lines being bigger than before, but other times it can lead to perfect things. All right. Now draw your head here, and that's base. What if OC was all right? Rough OC was. And that should be it. All right. All right. So, wonder how I drew this on my phone? You get stylus, of course. I spin the pen, nailed it. Don't at me. But if you're on, on a laptop, hold on. If you're on a laptop, then you can use. Okay, the camera. Okay, the phone was being an idiot and it turned off. So, anyways, you can use something like this. It's a. I forgot what this thing was called, but it's a sketch pad. And here's a stylus that comes with the sketch pad. Unique, eh? So if you're a new artist, then welcome to the art community, my friend.